All right, everybody, welcome to Sleeping Giant with Bussa versus NoCap. We saw BSSE play before, and let's take a look at their lineup. We've got Tom in the gearing, Kot's ready build, Kot's usual build. Basti's in the Wusta with the range module. We saw him do crazy things before.
I can't wait to see Basti play the ship again.
Right. We got Cooper in the Conqueror. We saw that earlier. Furious build. Count Fraggington in the sniper setup with
secondary.
Actually, really more damage.
Yeah, secondary build Ohio.
He's going all in on the damage. Lady Alyssa in the Wusta with unique upgrade this time.
Indeed.
Aliscore in the Salem with range and radar. In front of them is Taffy 2014 with Shimakaze torpedo build. 8-kilometer torpedoes, Raptor.
Ooh, spicy.
In front of that is a Kleber. That's Matt Gee's Kleber in just a regular reload build. Behind all of them is Biometric Sasquatch. Love the name. In unique upgrade Moskva. What do we got to the south for NoCap?
Well, let's have a look because it is a very, very heavy sea push for BSSE, Zath. 6 ships coming to this flank. Opposing them on that side of the map for NoCap, I have 1-for-1 Gaming's Salem in the little channels over here, running top grade gunner, fairly standard build. Backing up Taffy is Daring here, who's slowly reversing towards the B cap in mid, trying to grab that. We have a 3-ship flank here, currently along the 8 line, continuing east. That's 3 times bank accounts gearing in a fairly typical King of the Sea torpedo build. Lothair's Des Moines. Running outnumbered as well as legendary module. Going to get a lot of use out of that numbered, I think, outnumbered, I think, on this flank. And then Pitbull's St. Vincent backing them up back here with a fairly typical, I wouldn't even call that a survivability build, really, because he doesn't have BOS. So I'm not really sure how you call it. He does have fire prevention. So, Kurger Bing, I'm just going to call him Burger King just to make him angry. Burger King's Vermont here, clearly not wanting to be called that, so there we go. Playing Central Battleship at the moment in the big Vermont. Good place for a Vermont, honestly.
Yes.
Running a Brisk on that Vermont, Zath. Check that out. Brisk on a Vermont, of all things. Over here at the ACAP, we've got Embedded's Stalingrad, a longtime King of the Sea returning vet there. Denny's Yu Yang, that is a radar Yu Yang. Backed up by Mr. Bean's Napoli, also running outnumbered. Basti's Worcester already beginning to try and drop pain on Embedded's Stalingrad. Look at all the deep water
torps.
I was going to say, look at all the deep water Basti takes. 2. Oh my goodness.
Imagine sitting in smoke and not using your hydro.
Well, it's a little late now, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't even bother popping it. He's
he's like, well, it's too late now. Now the radar goes up. Stalingrad radar catching Basti on the backside as Basti's radar catching a little glimpse of Denny there. Napoli had HE in the barrel. Those shells going in on Basti now. As the Conqueror AP salvo comes in on the Napoli.
I'm doing there.
Well, Zath, each team grabs a cap. Taffy is Daring play. Successful. The big, giant BSSE flank over here on the 9-10 line. Successful. So at the moment, BSSE ticking up about a 50-point lead or so as 1-for-1 Gaming Salem now repositioning to point his bow and his guns in towards the sea cap. Oh my goodness, Sath. The Vermont salvo. Vermont took a huge salvo at biometrics and couldn't get it over the island. Most of it went into the mountain.
Well, that can happen sometimes.
Burger King moving up here, moving into the middle of the board with the Vermont, looking for salvos on the Moskva or the Ohio that he can get in that general direction. I can turn this off. There we go.
I love it. We're getting weather reports from all over the world.
I see that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Denny's Yang picking up A, so in a moment, NoCap will have an advantage, start to close that 50-point gap.
I like the positioning of NoCap's Vermont. It's a very aggressive position.
I gotta say, I like NoCap's positioning in general.
I mean, there's nothing threatening the mid. It just feels odd.
The Salem is perhaps a little caught out here, but of all the ships that you've got that they're going to try and farm out of HE, Salem is, well, Salem's the one you want them to shoot at.
Yep.
Here's the trick, Zach. If you're BSSE, my question is, you pull up the M and look at the big overall map. Now what? Now what do you do? They're giving you the CCAP.
Well,
You've got it. Congratulations. Now what?
Now you got to get rotated somehow without just giving up the south part of the flank. I think that's the hard part. You've got a Gearing and a Des Moines south of the CCAP.
You've got 5 ships still on the 8, 9, or 10 line, and you gotta do something with them. What do you do?
Alyssa's about to take a torpedo.
I was gonna say Alyssa's gonna take a torp in the bow.
Another smoke screen set up from the south there to allow Lothair to just keep shooting at the Ohio for free.
There's our lead change. NOCAP. Excuse me. I apologize. We're not quite there yet. Only a few points shy.
Cooper's boat taking a torpedo.
The Napoli
Like
and
Napoli torpedo.
Yeah, the Napoli and Yu Yang torps over here at the ACAP have been doing good work. Denny's lit. How is Denny lit? Must have opened up with his gun somewhere. There we go. Now we've had the lead change. NOCAP edging out to their first lead of the game. 10 points and growing here. 7 minutes gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're radaring now.
Braggington goes down.
What?
Yeah, he just got farmed out completely.
Wow, that is crazy, kids. Big kill for NOCAP.
It really is.
As the Vermont has continued this push through Midzath, look at where Burger King is now.
Yep.
Flipping the guns now over to the port side, going to rotate back, maybe realizing you might have pushed just a little too aggressively here.
Well, I think with the Kleber opening up, he realizes, right, if he keeps going straight, he's probably going to take torps.
Yeah, and there's nothing up there for him to shoot, really. Why bother?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and pop the heel now.
Taffy now spotted with the Shimakaze. That's going to probably make Burger King slow down, pull the brakes, because he sure knows that there's going to be Shimakaze torps coming his way.
Yep, Daring Hydro is up. They're going to be able to see all these torps. Taffy has got to try and find a way through it. Got a
Look at
gap.
the shot on the Moskva.
Taffy has got a gap identified. Moskva salvo goes in. Bow turrets, nothing, really. Stern turrets, solid hit. At least one Citadel there, I think. $150-point lead and growing for NOCAP. Up a ship, up a cap. BSSE trying to find a way to get back into this game. They had a super heavy sea push. They have yet to be able to kind of rotate it back.
The weird thing is, BSSE is abandoning A. At this stage in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know,
man. I feel like if it's a huge if you can pick up the gearing, this cap opens up a little bit, and you could potentially push the Napoli and the Stalin out, especially with a Conqueror to burn them down, especially the Stalin. But as long as the Yang is alive, you're going to struggle to get in here for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Basti with the open water Worcester. Look at this. I love it.
Well,
I love the disrespect.
I do too.
Stalingrad salvo comes in.
Coming in.
Stalingrad salvo comes in for about 6-7K there.
Yep, but Basti's heal is available now. His last heal, he's using it. The problem is Embedded Bear just simply too healthy.
Yeah. Embedded, basically, once they realized where the Worcester was, played very, very cautiously, hung back, used a lot of island cover, made sure it didn't give up too much health too quickly, which, of course, in a Stalingrad is frequently the risk these days.
Exactly.
Deepwater Torps are going to all fall astern of Cooper's as he's pushing into mid. I think BSSE is going to make the play in mid. They've punished the Vermont, right? Vermont now down to 35K. Still 2 heals left, but they've got more pieces now to play mid than they do anywhere else.
Yeah, they have to make a play someplace.
They absolutely do. Time's running out. They're down to 2.5 minutes till the game's over because NOCAP's over 800 points.
I just love the fact that they took the slowest, thickest ship on their team, sent him on an adventure north of the B cap, and now he's all the way back down to the south cap.
You said going on. Oh, Tafia taking a torp.
Tafia took a torp. Yep.
and Burger King's turning into these torpedoes. Oh,
Yeah,
they
that
don't have the
doesn't-
range. Woo! You said going on an adventure, and I immediately think of Frodo of Bilbo Baggins, Zath.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking of too. Like seriously, I'm going on an adventure.
Well, he went on an adventure. He gave up a whole lot of health as Tafia continuing to get farmed, retreating south. Big AP salvo going in on Tom. Wow. Taking 8,000 points of damage out of AP overpins right through the nose.
Yep.
Tom's still lit back there from the Salem radar.
So if you think about it, right, Burger King going
Tom
north
going out.
and then coming south again, he is probably just sucked BSSE into the middle.
Wow. That's a mistake BSSE could not afford as Basti goes down.
Yes.
3 ships down now. Zath, I feel like even if they pick up the B cap, it's over. I think I liked kind of the audible to like, okay, let's go make a play at mid, but it feels like it took them too long to get there.
Usually when a team, I saw that one too. Vermont just slapping everybody. Have it your way.
Just chunking people. Yes, Burger King definitely having it his way.
Biometrics is probably going to be the next ship to go down, and that will seal the deal when that happens.
Yeah, we're
What I
seconds
was
away
saying
here.
is, when you have ships that when you're at a point where you're forced to kite away, the worst thing you can do is collapse mid, because it allows the enemy to just kind of wrap around you.
Meet you there.
We saw that in EU early. Huh?
Meet you there. They just kind of meet you there. Like, okay, let's all go play at mid.
Conqueror go down. Wow.
Wow.
Where was that? There he is. Come on. Oof, Mosfet did too. But I
Mosfet
got the
bought it
death
right
pick.
at the end.
Got the death pick. That's
Wow.
what matters most.
Zath, a flawless victory for NoCap here on Sleeping Giant.
Flawless victory. Yes.
So,
GG.
So I want to go back and we talked about it a couple of times during the game. It felt like BSSE had a really, really solid strategy in terms of heavy C push. But I never got.
Do you want to try to catch a game at 45?
Might as well. But I never got the sense that they had a good plan after that, or if it did, it took them a long time to kind of redirect and get somewhere else to execute it. Right?
It kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the last game. Like they had their plan and they executed their plan, and then the hard part is in the translation after that. Right.
Right.
All right. So let me see. What do we